We had a couple of sunny days. Now it's back to rain. We get about 13 feet of rain a year here, so we get pretty used to it. It is very light rain though. It doesn't really downpour here too much. The worst is when it blows really hard and rains. Today we're at the Ward Lake area at this campground. Played ball with the dogs. And we're headed back to the car. Jackson and his Chihuahua back with us. The day is moving on. It's actually brightening up out here. It's not so bad. One of my least favorite chores, watering the chickens. Pouring, it's wet, it's cold. One of them just bit me. This flock is particularly fierce. I've had chickens for over the last almost 25 years probably. Different flocks, obviously. I've lost a couple flocks to minks, and we had a couple of times where a bear got in. My fence got really rotten and the bear figured out it could just pull the boards off. That bear just wanted to eat the chicken's food though, so. The minks though will get in there and kill the entire flock during the night. It's a very ugly sight to wake up to in the morning. Oops, I just sprayed them all with water. I don't name my chickens or anything. I enjoy them, but they're not really pets so much. There's one of my green egg layers. She's a few years old now. She's one of my oldest ones. Made him this swing. Sometimes they like to play on it, but not very often. Here's the group. I think I have about a dozen now. They're pretty thirsty. They ran out of water overnight. I should have filled that yesterday. That's me and my farm. Video. Here's the dog broth that I make for the dogs that I mentioned in the last video when I was returning those bones that they charged me $50 for. I put in soup bones that I can find for cheap. I put in leftover bones from dinners. We put them in the freezer to save them. Then I put everything in a crock pot for 24 hours on low. This little guy loves them, don't you, Getty? He loves the broth. And I add frozen veggie mixtures to the broth, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and sometimes I'll use those smoothie mixtures you can buy in the freezer section, like with acai and blueberries, and that's probably a little too much meat. And then this is the extra meat that comes, that was just kind of stuck to the bones. The cooked carrots kind of help keep their digestion healthy as well. They love it. Edna and Audrey are still in the car after our walk. I add a little bit of water, some good hydration. There's Henry's. Henry eats twice as much as the other two border collies. He eats 4 cups a day. The girls eat about 2.5 cups a day. Are you ready for your breakfast, Gaddy? Nom nom breath. Nom nom. Edna, sit. Good job. Okay. Good sit. Good sit. Okay. Okay. You already done? Going to make an omelet with my fresh eggs, some veggies. So the work of giving some water to the chickens and keeping them alive and feeding them is worth it in the end. Besides that, they're really cute, fluffy dinosaurs. Today we're going to town again. I've had more town trips this week than usual because I have another interview today with some entrepreneurs who bought an old building that's right down on our cruise ship berths. And it used to be a lumber and hardware store for many, many years. And they tried turning it into a souvenir shop, as it's right next to where one of the cruise ships berths, where the cruise ships dock. That didn't work very well, and eventually they put it up for sale. So now this group of entrepreneurs has bought it, and I'm going to go talk to them and see what they're doing. I saw a few pictures. It looks like they're renovating the inside, so that'll be fun to learn about. Got my notebook. I'm ready to go. Here's berth 4 where one of the cruise ships docks, and here is the building where we're going. And this is the crew. Good morning.
Right now we're looking at renting these spaces out for retail gift shops.
Okay.
Hoping to inspire local entrepreneurs to try and open up their first spot.
Okay.
Because we want to limit risk and bring an opportunity, and that's the whole point. Like, how do we make this a hub that's attractive for all locals to come to also? And it's not the same stuff you see everywhere in town. And then, of course, once we're able to, this beautiful section down here, we can make this a throughway where people can come up from the water, experience the whole waterfront drag here, go down there, eat from the food trucks, come back through that beautiful long hallway, and then, because we're going to paint it, make it beautiful, right? And then they can shop their way this way.
Last project of the day. I need to do the second session with this painting. It's been a busy day. Glasses. So I need to get some texture in these bird feathers and get some progress on this. I'm gonna leave this as it is today. This is the second session, which for me always seems to be kind of the ugly stage where everything looks a little muddy and there's not great highlights. I'm gonna have to wait a few days for this to dry. Today it was almost not dry enough, so it was a little bit difficult to get a fresh layer on there. But I've got paint on me, I've got paint on my phone, I've got paint everywhere, so I think it's time to just go wash up and let this lie for a little bit. Another project I had today was asking my son to frame this painting for me because a local gallery owner wants to show 3 of my paintings in her March exhibit. This is an octopus I did late last year. This is the other painting she wants. This one I called Gossip Gulls. This was for the Hummingbird Festival last year. And this is the 3rd painting she wants. It's been hanging in my living room for many years. And it's very large. It's about 4.5 by 4 feet. I'm gonna have to clean that up a little and bring that into her. I call that one Pariah Dogs. It's from a verse in the Bible. Glad you joined me today for my vlog. It's been really fun just recording everything. Okay, not everything. Recording a lot of things that I do and then sharing them with you. Hope you come along for the next one. Take care. It's my last task of the day. This is my last task of the day. I need to get my second... Henry, stop it.